Okay, gentlemen, this is the Cap Direct uh, data terminal screen, the desktop screen. Now, there's not much to it, but there's a couple things I want to go over real quick. Uh, One is the date and time. Let me get the other mouse. Where'd it go? There it is. Why did it quit? Oh, it's my screen froze, Rick, for some reason. Hold on, let me see if I can unfreeze it. Okay. No. Why is it not move? Why is the mouse not moving now? Let me see if I've got everything plugged back up still. Well, let me unshare it and reshare it. Stop share and reshare and share. All right, now that's my main one.
No, I was muted. Jude is sharing, is connecting up with us.
Well, it's not moving. My mouse. I'm running my mouse. I can see it, but for some reason,
your cursor is stalled on screen.
Pardon?
Your cursor is stuck in one place on the screen.
I know, but it's not stuck on the desktop. I mean, on the laptop. It's moving, so it's not seeing the video.
It kind of looks like a picture because it has like a red box around it. Looks like a picture.
Yeah, that's from what I'm using.
Oh, tell you what, let me kick you off from my end and let you reshare.
Okay.
I'm just stopping your share. Okay. Go ahead and reshare.
All right. Nope, it did not move. That ain't gonna help.
No.
Well, I'm gonna pull it up to the main screen and see if it will.
Yeah, it almost looks like you're in an edit. You got an edit panel up. Oh, why do you have a? That's my annotation tool. I was looking to see if maybe there was a. Yeah, it looks like you got a static picture up, like you're in edit mode.
Yeah, that's what it's got the little grab boxes on there. That's what I was looking on.
Oh, right here.
Do a dumb thing like hit your escape key.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's a pin. So it looks like you're in some kind of edit mode.
Yeah, you're in an edit mode.
Oh, close. Well, I didn't put it in the edit mode.
Well, that's what it looks like it is.
Okay, let me pull up my. It's been working for the past little bit for some reason. I'm going to close it. Or wait a minute, let me shrink it and bring it back up. No, I'm going to close it and restart it. There we go. It's back to
okay. You got to share yet?
Yeah. Share. All right. Put that mouse out of the way.
Now she's live. It's live.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got the date and time. These laptops and such do get out of sync. So at least once a month, or just whatever you think about it, go look at the time on the data terminal and look at the time on the console. The console has got GPS, so we know it's right. But change date and time, and there you go. You can move the date, you can move the time, you can highlight it and go up and down and whatever. I'll change the seconds. 3, 5. And say, okay. And you see, well, you see it up there. And then you say, okay. And of course, we're not showing seconds on this screen. That's not how they set it up, which is fine. Now, Notepad is real handy because if you get a Whiskey Tango message, you can go in and copy it. Here, let me close it real quick, and I'm going to bring the cat direct back up real quick. And let's see. Let me get over here to trash. Okay, here's a Whiskey Tango. I just highlight Control C, and I plug a USB port in my now let's see, in the laptop. I say I will. I'm using. No, I'm not. And I can just minimize it. And I go open Notepad and Control V, and I'll call it, save as Whiskey Tango. There. Oh, wrong keyboard. Whiskey Tango. I'll just call it 5 just right now. All right. So I've copied it, and then I can take it over and I can put it on my desktop, and I can highlight a group, paste it into the Whiskey Tango. That way you won't ever make an error. Except when they forget to give you the whole Whiskey Tango message, which we had happen a few days ago. They left off a character.
Yeah, or they give you the wrong wings, Whiskey Tango.
Or yeah, they make sure they give you your right wing. I've gotten an Iowa and a Alabama Whiskey Tango. So, but
question.
Yes.
So these are not connected to the internet, right?
That's correct.
So how were you pasting it into the e-services?
That's why I had a thumb drive stuck in the
Gotcha.
data terminal.
Okay.
I copied it. Oh, I didn't copy it over into
the thumb
the
drive.
documents. I forgot to show y'all that. Just wrong one. I did copy it into documents, but then I can load it. Sorry, I get ahead of myself.
Yeah, Rick, while he's doing that, basically stick it in some other file, stick it on a thumb drive, then you can take it to a computer with the internet.
All right, see, I can just run it down here to the thumb drive, and I like that. There it is, Whiskey Tango 5. And then I'll pull it loose.
Yep.
Put it in my desktop and go load up the Whiskey Tango.
Okay. I was just
I'm glad you caught it. I had forgotten that I had not saved it into the thumb drive.
I just wasn't sure if that was a security violation or not to put thumb drives in it.
Well, no, because they have us. I've had to put thumb drives in it when they sent me updates.
They've got the operating system locked down. If you try and bring in anything on the thumb drive and install an application, it'll block all that. They won't. We're not allowed. We can't install anything no matter how much we try.
Yeah,
But take anything and rip it off the machine.
Right.
Yeah.
Just I'm in cybersecurity, so it just makes my hair stand up whenever.
Sure. Now, documents folder, I put stuff in. I save stuff, some different messages and such. But I've got some things that I need to put back in here because I did clean it out. I saved some test messages. And well, let me just show you. I like having a let me see. I can figure out, remember where I put it. No, it wasn't in that. Unless I put it in docs. No. Yeah, I put it in here somewhere. I've got all sorts of stuff. But anyway, I've got a 5-line Fox test, just so I can run data. Yeah, but that's just a got to keep my meese separate. All right, any questions? Encryption wizard, you may use later on when we start changing keys. But right now, you won't need to mess with it. Recycle bin, I've got stuff in there I need to throw away, but I haven't yet. All right, so that's correct. Mine's already synced. Now, why is it not seeing it? Did it get confused? Yes, it did. Well, guess what? I've got to resync my. Oh, no, that's why. I had it just minimized. Okay. All right. Now, up here's the main menus. File, create message. It's duplicated in several places. This create message, also it's this create message. You know, I haven't touched the time sync, but you can. Empty trash, that one doesn't work. I've got trash in my folder. Now, watch what happens. Empty trash. Nothing. Oh, we've got another one person join. Okay, now I'm just going to show you under preferences. There's another empty trash. Guess what? Yes, boom, there goes the trash. Now it's still showing a message. Guess what? When I go back, it's gone. So, okay, open, scratchpad log, previous log, search. Scratchpad, you also have down here. We'll get into it a little bit later. Now, preferences, here's the biggie. Set call sign. Your call sign is up here. Mine's 611. Okay. When you first get a CODAN, you'll have to set your call sign. And all you do is you just click set call sign. You put in what it is, you say okay, and that's all there is to it. We're using the 3-digit calls because of when we move to 3G, which may be somewhere in the year 25, you know, we'll be needing just the 3-digit calls. All right. Now, acknowledge received messages. Okay. That appears over here in your chat window. All messages to Smart. All of our messages go to Smart folder. Now, I keep a full month. Now, I've got all of April's, and some of these are messages I generated, and some of them are the intercoms. Now, you can always look at the message number, and this is the 2 that we're sending out today, and we haven't been able to get to everybody yet because propagation sucks. Anyway, that's the 2 whiskey tank, or the 2 intercom for this week. So be looking for them, but message number 616 and 617. The message number is 9616 and 9617. That makes it easier when they do it that way, because then you know exactly what you're looking for. Whereas on these earlier ones, well, there's intercom 612, but the message number is 0849. So we just deal with it. All right.
Hey, Chuck, I got a question for you.
All right, Jude.
What is the intercom considered an intercom message? Is that from national?
Yes, that comes from BOKO.
Okay, I was curious about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you didn't hear this, but they have repeated messages several times, right, Rick?
Several times, try. Yeah, let's just say several.
Yeah. So that's and these are messages we're supposed to try to send out to the field in the wing. Some of them are so stupid and repetitive that I don't always get it done. So
some are only useful for printing on a roll of toilet paper and using it for the.
Yeah. Well, that's one way to at least get it out to them. They can use that, a roll of toilet paper. Okay. Get back over here. Oh, wrong one. All right. Now, these check marks, that's the ones that activate them. Now, auto print new messages. I recommend you auto print a message when it comes in, because you can just look over at the printer when you walk in the door and you see, oh, there's paper in here. Now, there's message. Now, I've got yellow paper, and that sticks out real nicely. I've also got green, which I will use when I run out of yellow. But it does also, it gives you a good reference. Okay. And if something happens to if you accidentally delete everything in your Smart folder, then you can, you'll have a backup. You got it printed.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Quick question about the printer. I've been using it and I do it that way. But one thing, it's a Brother printer.
Yeah.
And the print's really light. It's not real black and white. It's kind of a light gray, hard to read. I have to use a magnifying glass sometimes. Is there any issues about that particular printer that would overcome that?
It's in the settings somewhere. I haven't found it yet because
okay.
I've had that same issue on different messages.
Yeah.
White paper is particularly bad about it.
I think I downloaded the manual. I'll dig into it myself some more, but I was just kind of curious. Okay.
When you find out, let me know. And we'll publish it.
Okay.
Okay. Edit address book, we're not going to be editing our address book. That's got all of our routing indicators and everything else. We're not going to be importing any a new address book anytime soon because we've got everything we need for the most part. And same way with exporting it. Backup message database, you can do that and restore it. Rehome message IDs, I don't mess with those, quite honestly. Now, remove chat/call sign. What that is, I got the wrong one again. Well, let me put a chat. Let me choose one. I've got some oddball ones in here that I have mistyped. Now let me go ahead and get rid of 700. Okay. Now, preference, remove chat call sign. I can go in and select it. And say, okay, bada bing, bada boom, it's gone. Now, when I close it here, it's gone. Chat, and I click, and you'll see 730 is still there. Oh, what the heck? It didn't delete it this time. I'm going to kill this machine. Try it again. Naturally, it's not working when you want it to work. All right, now it should work. Okay, now it's been deleted. You go to chat, down arrow, and 730 is there, but 700's gone. Okay, if you mistype something, you can go in and delete it. That's some of the best things for it. Now, if you'll notice, I've got 400 and 401 because I have sent messages to Southeast region. For example, when Arkansas is on alert level 2, like it is right now, I send stuff to Southeast region because the weather's moving towards them. So it gives them a little heads up. But you know, you border another region like New Mexico. It's near, you know, Rocky Mountain and North Central. You may need to send something to 500, 501, and 502. So they're trying to get all theirs back up and running. They have some dead radios also. But anyway, all right. And then confirm message delete. I click that. It's just nice to know that it's asking you, are you sure you want to delete this message? Okay. And then empty trash. And, you know, I've already emptied it, so I can say no. But I would go and empty your trash. I would move all your whiskey tangos that you've got, take them out of the smart folder, put them in the trash, delete them. Because once you've entered it and it's gone away, why do you need it? I've got a paper copy. I keep my paper copies for part of my log. But, you know, for your smart folder, you don't have to do much. Anyway, view, you can refresh the screen. Message list. Of course, right now I'm on inbox. So, of course, I can just click the smart folder and go to message list. It's also the same one right there. They put it in several different places. Now, this one here is real handy. Your address book. When you're generating a message, you can come in here and you can pull up your routing indicators over here. Let's see. Oh, it's faster. Let me look over here. Where is, oh, got to go down a ways for rattlesnake right there. You send it to the region headquarters. There's your routing indicator. But that's one place you can look for it. You can also look for it when you get over here to the create message. You see these windows right here. We'll go over them a little bit more. But guess what? Address book. And that lets you put the to and the info and all that. So you can go, oh, that's what that does. It lets it, you shrink it. And why you'd want to shrink it, I'll never know. I keep it large. And keep asking questions. So that's all there is under you. Now, help. There's something here that you will want to go through. This is the user guide for this Cap Direct. And it's got a bunch of good information. It tells you how to do all this stuff. But it's sometimes a little difficult to read. So, but go through it. If you've got a question, now they don't tell you about count to 30 when you're having a problem getting the data terminal and the radio to sync up. I think I've talked to everybody. Has anybody had a problem getting their data terminal to turn green on the far left-hand side? Okay. But that's a good reference source. But if you don't quite understand what it says, give me a shout or give Rick a shout. Either one of us can generally, Rick Lauterbach, our only real good operating region station, even though Gil is around here somewhere. Gil, are you here with us tonight? I guess not.
Don't see him there.
Okay. So you've got refresh, you've got search, you can use a search term. And I'm not going to go through that much. Chat, this is one of the important ones. Right now I've got in my list, that's 400. Let me just choose 602 and say okay. And you notice over here in the chat window, it pops up with his call. Now, let me close this, go back to the message list. Something you've got to do is what you have in your chat window, you need to have down here in the message window. Because if you don't, and you highlight a message over here on the smart folder, and you hit send, guess what? If you've got, I'll put 610 in there, guess what? 602 he can see it and he'll actually put it in the smart folder, but he won't send you an acknowledgement. If you don't have this matching this, you won't get an acknowledgement and then send a confirmation act, an ACK is what we've been calling it, because it doesn't know to send it to 602. It used to be automatic that it would match, but somebody said, "Oh no, we want to have it separate." Well, I'll be honest with you. I've had to go in and do a list function, which I'll show you in a minute, and see if you got the message. You know, particularly when conditions are a little flaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another way to say it too is you can do whatever you want to over in the chat side. You can switch stations back and forth. The catch is if you decide you're going to transmit anything, you must make the two boxes match.
Yep.
So, but you can play out with the chat all you want, switch stations, no problem at all, and not fool with that the send station. But once you're ready to send something, you need to cross check it because it does not check for you.
Now you can put all your windows up here. I mean, all your chat people you're going to chat to, like particularly like Arizona, 620-621-622. Okay, but if you close the Cap Direct, guess what? They go bye-bye, and you have to do it again. So now you don't have to use the selection. I can just type in 632. Oh, wrong keyboard. 632. Enter. And you don't have to use the drop down. Sometimes it's handy, sometimes it's a pain. You know, but there's Rick Gorman. And do that. Now I'll go through and put them in order when I do it, because it's a whole lot easier trying to find them. All right, so chat window. Let's drop over here to the chat window. Choose who you're going to talk to. Now, down here is a ping. Rick, I'm going to link up with you.
Yep, go ahead.
I think I can get you on 114. I'm going to try it. You know, that's what I happen to be on right now. Now, I always like having my speaker unmuted. All right. I'm linked up with him.
Yep, there it is. Let me go.
Oh, I'll choose
Answer it.
my, I'm not sending that, so I'm going to clear. You see clear text? It'll clear the window. Now, if I want to see how good a signal I've got from him, I can hit ping, and it says sending ping, and I'm sending a message. As you can see, by transmit data. And he's responding to me. Say hallelujah, glory be. And you can look at the signal to noise ratio, 9 dB, 12 dB. He's got a good signal. So guess what? I can bump my signal level up to, let's do 300. I'm going to send him, well, I'm going to look for a list. Now, this list function, you can ask for different things. Now, I'm going to look for wrong one. UHXQQQA. Now, that is the national headquarters messages
To Southwest region.
I mean, Southwest, no, that's CAP. QQQA, that's national.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Now, here he's sending me the information back, and we'll see what all he's got listed in his smart folder. I've got it already, but
This is Greg. I have a question for you.
okay.
Greg Peters, that is.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
talking to one of the national guys, and they're telling me that they take all their messages out of their smart folder.
That's correct. That's what
Okay.
they've been told to do.
Yeah, they've been directed to do that, even though we don't want them to do that.
Now,
So looking for the messages, I should just queue up Southwest region. I'm assuming
Yes.
one of you two.
queue up Rick or myself, and that's I'm
For some
6'10"
reason,
or 6'11", excuse me.
yeah, the national stations have been directed not to keep the stuff in the smart folder. So for example, if I know there's a message that should have come in, let's say I only got a fragment, I cannot go back to any of the national stations and do a list function, grab the message, pull it back because it's not smart. Now, just FYI to you all, on the region station, which, you know, my station is 602 for the region, I keep 30 days in the smart folder. So whatever the trailing 30 days are, you will find messages in there, which is what he's got on screen.
And I too keep 30 days in my folder.
Yeah.
At least a month in.
Now, okay, so I've got the list here. Now I can type in, let's get 818. Well, that's message number 196. 196. And I say get.
Now, while it's doing that, Greg, yeah, like I said, I keep 30 days in the smart folder. However, I do not trash them after that. I roll them into the save folder. So my save folder is humongous.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I do the same thing. And then I purge them once a year.
Yeah, I've asked 3 times for what is the message retention protocol for these messages, and I still have not gotten an answer.
Okay, now y'all might not have noticed. Now I'm sending and guess what? Come on. There's the message. Does it print it out? Now I've got it several times already. But if you'll notice, I sent him an ACK, and then he sent me an ACK because he confirmed my ACK, which is an ACK, acknowledgement. So that's just a. Now, if you get a message and it for some reason, like you don't have this set right here, you can put the message number and hit ACK, and it will send an acknowledgement. It's just handy to be able to do that. All right. Now,
One thing else before you leave the get command.
okay.
Get the list back. If you notice, there's several things. There's the internal index number, which is what Chuck used, the 196.
Yeah.
However, you can also use the message number,
Right.
which on that particular one, 196 would be 0818.
Right.
If you put that in, it'll do the same thing. It'll go get it.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect from him. And
All right, you just disconnected off. I heard it down the hallway.
Yeah. all right. So now hadn't displayed the chat yet. Clear text. Oh, wrong. I
Nope.
keep grabbing the wrong mouse.
No, hit There you go.
Let me hit delete. Okay, now here you can type in a message that will just transmit to the person you're linked to. It will not give any acknowledgement or anything else. It's just a chat. Well, let me go ahead and link up again, real quick. Call. Let's call.
Let me go. Acknowledge. Let me go hush that up.
Now see, I sent howdy, and it's sending him howdy. Now, when he replies, go ahead and reply to me, Rick. No profanity, please.
What was that?
I said, respond to me, send me something back so they can see it.
AutoWire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta go down the hallway.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I keep forgetting he's not in front of his radio.
Yeah, my internet machines are down the hallway from the CODANs. Be right back.
Hey, Chuck,
Yes.
can I ask, I apologize for coming in late. Can I ask the other three gentlemen, I know where Jude is, on Stanley, Rick, Captain Eli, where you're located and your message station number?
I guess I'll go first. Station number 651. And the closest town I'm is
Okay, coming
Edmond,
back in.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks, Rick.
I'm 662 and I'm in Houston.
No, you're 661.
No, he's 662.
Oh, Dave. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Steve Haney's 661. Yes.
Yeah, the AutoWire is at the bottom there.
Would all of y'all like a list? Because I've got a list
Yes,
already.
yes, please. That was one of my questions I was going to ask later.
Okay. I will get one out to y'all.
Rick, what's your number again?
It is 651.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. I've been collecting them every time I
Well,
get a
what I'll
message.
do is I'll text it to y'all because
Yeah, me too.
I've got more than just Southwest region. I've got several, a bunch of the national, the fast runners, and I've also got region stations around the country. So, and it's good to have the information. Okay. So anyway, you can see what all the March. That was the one that I chose from him.
Did you point out the AutoWire, Chuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he sent me test response. And you see that it's 611DE602. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with the chat window. All it has to do is with the message window here. And we'll go over that here in a minute. But have you got any questions on the chat window? Oh, and read what this says right here. Press enter to send. Up arrow for previous message. I'm just going to show you. Howdy. It just put it back up. And you can clear it. So if he says, I didn't get your message. Okay, just hit the up arrow and resend it. We will be doing more chat messages down the road because when we're sending a lot of traffic, it's just handy to be able to send a chat message, rather than having to do something more formal. You can just send a chat message like,
one thing else while we're here on the chat and on the AutoWire message. If you want to send something between the stations, just so everybody's clear, we're using two different messages when we're sending something to you. If we're in the chat, we could send you an AutoWire. If for some reason Cap Direct is not functioning, so it's non-responsive, you may see us send a message through the console, which will appear on your console screen. So just be aware, there's two ways to send a message, and we're using both of them. Either we'll transmit the message, either we'll pop a message in the chat window, or if Cap Direct is not responsive, we'll pop it through the console.
Yeah, if Cap Direct is locked up, which, oh, heaven forbid it lock up. I'm being facetious.
Usually for me, if I find your as I've linked up and your Cap Direct is not responsive, we usually, because I've got the problem with the console is it's the old style cell phone type of text message thing in. So usually it'll be a very blunt message, something as simple as please reset Cap Direct.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah. Yeah, so if we can hook up to you and we know the signal's good, we know we're locked up good, but basically I determine Cap Direct's no good, then I'm usually going to fire a console message as a reminder.
Yeah. Now, I didn't teach this last week, but you can go into your call history, and that's where you'll find the message. And you can delete it. As a matter of fact, you can delete all of the messages that you've gotten, particularly if Rick's called you and said, please reset Cap Direct. I called you, said, please reset Cap Direct. You can delete all messages at once on the button on the left. It will say, delete all messages. Boom. Or you can go through and you'll see a picture of a phone, and that's the message, the people that have left messages for you. That's the ALE messages. All right. Now let's go over. Oh, and since I've got a full screen here, and when I'm wanting to do something else with him, I can just delete him.
I was just about to tell you that.
Yeah. And when you get done, now if I hit this close, guess what? He went away.
Yeah. Now, one thing else on the chat window, if you've lined up, let's say I got all Southwest stations across my top, and I cut Cap Direct, I shut Cap Direct off because it just hung up on me, and I restarted. All the tabs of all the Southwest stations just went away. When you bring Cap Direct up, it will not restore those tabs, and so you'll have to. But the tab history is saved. So, for example, if I'm talking to Greg and I have 622 up there with a whole bunch of trash, if I shut Cap Direct, he'll be gone. But the moment I bring him into my chat, his entire history with 622 will reappear.
Right.
As long as I do not hit the clear text button. Because once you hit the clear text, it then destroys all history.
I don't think I've got any.
I'm 620, by the way.
No. But also, now, we found out that you don't necessarily have to close Cap Direct to reset it. You can come over here to your baud rate, and you click it and say, go down to 150.75. And when it clears that, the red box here and the received data, that's how you can tell when it's locked up, that it has a red box and received data. You can clear it, and you don't have to shut Cap Direct down. And we just found that out, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only because we stumbled into it.
Yeah, literally stumbled. So, all right. Now, I normally leave mine on my inbox because I want to see if somebody is sending something, I can catch it there. And also, if I'm getting locked up quite frequently, I can see basically who's doing it a lot of times, because it'll display it here. Sometimes it'll be gobbledygook. Sometimes it'll be a clear message. Okay, more settings. Oh, well, let's get over here to Scratchpad. Scratchpad. You can open a file, or you can tell, you can have a message down here, or you can have a message up here. Let's just put this one of these up. Let's see, let me get this one from March, because I'm going to delete it. Anyway, Scratchpad. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, I can, if I mistype something, you can correct it and save it, or save as, and put it to the inbox, to the outbox, the smart folder, which I put it to the smart folder because that's where we're supposed to be putting stuff. And the message that was there previously is still there, and it will be the same message number and everything else. So delete it so that you don't have two messages and one of them be corrected and one of them be uncorrected. So that's all there is with Scratchpad. It's handy. I've used it several times, particularly when I put the wrong routing indicator in. Did I say I made a mistake? Oh, don't forget about that. I don't make mistakes. Ask Rick, he'll tell you I don't make mistakes.
Nor do I. I never make a mistake either.
Okay.
I never admit to making a mistake.
There you go. Okay. Now let's go down here to the message window. I've got this message up in the smart folder. I've got it in my saved folder already. If I want to, I can archive it over into the saved folder, and it just does it automatically. Now, go back over to it, and you can tell I've got a bunch of messages. Let's see, which one was that for March? Yeah, I'll have to find it. But you can go in and delete messages. And you can also print them. And there's the Scratchpad. And when you, say you're in the save folder and you've saved it 3 times accidentally, well, you can hit delete and it will take it out of that folder. Okay. Now, here are the 2 ones that you've got to know. You've got send and send compressed. If you're having problems with propagation and you've got a window, sending it compressed will, a lot of times, you can keep it at the slower baud rate, but you can get it over faster and maybe make the window that you're trying to get over to whoever you've got in the 2 window. All right. Now remember, if you don't have the right person in there, you know, that you got up here that you're talking to, like I don't have it right now, but say I was going to Rick 651. Okay. Now, if I do accidentally put it to Rick's wing station, Rick Gorman will still get it. 651 will still receive it, but I will not get acknowledgement. Now, that's the other thing which we will be doing later on. Come on, where'd it go? All will send it to everybody and you won't get acknowledgement. But it's not often you're going to be sending it to more than one station at a time. Now, if Rick, for some reason, can get to all of Arkansas on one frequency, he could send it to all of us, and he won't get an acknowledgement, but he can go and do a list for that message number and verify, okay, he got it. Go to the next guy. Okay, he got it. And all he has to do is go up here in the chat window and have 610, 611. Come on, beast.
I was gonna tell you.
Oh, I'm on the wrong keypad. 610, enter. Chat. 611, enter. 612, enter. And he can go to David Todd and do a list with that particular message number, and then he can go to me and do it, and then go to Randy and do it, and it's quicker. But it's not all that often that he can do it, but there are times when it does work. So, but that gives you a capability. Sending is normal send compressed, it compresses the message down. And then, of course, delete will take it out of the file. All right, let's go back up here. So all of y'all should have been in the settings folder. Okay. This is where you set your COM port to talk to the modem. Now, the serial port timeout, we've found out that if you run it up to 200, everything works a lot better. Transmit data mode, HS async. Now, when we get over to mode 3, that will be different, but it will have some other stuff set. Audio level, mine's at 0 dB, -10 does work also. And then the name is modem 1. The deacquire, don't change it. 1 second, that's all. And don't hit reset to defaults, please. Okay, cancel. Oh, and one thing else I was going to show you. It's got a log on things that have gone on. Microphone, it's got some stuff which we don't normally touch. So everything is set. And just that the first window is all we normally change. Okay.
Usually that's set up when you're configuring the machine the first time, and then you never touch this.
Right. And when you change something, well, let me just show you. I'm going to change it to COM7 and save. Okay, serial ports changed, program restart required. Okay, so I have to close it and I have to restart it. And guess what?
You're gonna fail.
It ain't gonna change from red. So I'll change it back to COM8 and always use the higher number. Why it's got 2 numbers? Don't ask me. I haven't talked to my contacts at Rapid M.
Well, it's how the COM ports map into your device manager. So usually you'll never get into that.
Well, you could see it. Let me pull it up here. Oh, wrong one, wrong window, not that one.
Right click.
Right here. And device manager.
Well, you do it the hard way.
Well, come on. Yes, say that lets you know that you're a standard user. You can't change nothing. That's fine. All you're interested in is looking at it. Ports, COM7, COM8. Higher numbers, COM8. The different laptops run differently. Some of you run on COM4 and COM5. So I know, quit that. I said close. I've clicked on it too much. Anyway, so I'm back running. If you forget to change this number down here, you can go and kill the transmit and kill the message, so you don't have to send him a message he's not going to respond to, or you can just let him go respond to it and go hit the list function and send in the message number and get an acknowledgement. TDR, and I don't remember what TDR stands for. This box here tells you that you're linked up with the modem. TDR will sync when it receives a message. Rick, you want to contact? Well, no, you got to go to the other room.
Yep.
If somebody calls you and they're running 300 baud, guess what? Your transmit will change to 300 baud. If they're 75 and you're set up at 300, yours will change to 75. And again, our national people, I was told not to have TDR checked. Now they're back to telling them to check TDR. Biggest problem is we do have paths that are not equal. So they're running 600. Why I'm at 600? I didn't click 600, but anyway. But they're not hearing me. I mean, I'm hearing them at 300 baud, clear as a bell. But they can't hear me at 300, or they can't decipher me at 300 baud. I drop it to 75, and lo and behold, they decode it. And that's happened more than once, hasn't it, Rick? We've had one-way paths. So that's one reason to keep it unchecked. Now, over here, if you do get anything above a -2, basically, you can run the baud rate up to at least 150. If you're staying in the positives, run it up to 300. If it's in the higher digits, put it to 600. Play with it so you can see what we're talking about, particularly when you're within your wing. All right, questions? All right, now let's go over here to create messages. Now we've got several different messages. The Gen admin is going to be one of our basic message formats, but we have plain. Yes, I know I have to have one address. Create a message, or not create a message, address book. And I'm just going to put 2 to Mid-Atlantic region. Okay, go back to my message, or new message. And did it put it in? No, it didn't.
It did, it closed it.
Right there it is. So now, plain message. You see it's got a lot less stuff in here. But originator, plain language address. Wildwood 45. You know, that's my wing call sign. Do not use Arkansas wing or New Mexico wing or whatever. That is a violation. Well, although up here, this is Cap Wing AR, which is stupid because, well, we are encrypted. So, okay, you can put originator, you know, NM wing or Cap Wing NM. I don't like doing that. I prefer all the messages don't have your location, your postal code. But our people didn't get it designed that way, so we'll have to use it. You can put a serial number in here if you wish. Subject, you know, whatever you're doing with the plain message. Acknowledge, no, that's telling them that they don't have to send an acknowledgement letter. Of course, when we send it on down the line, if we don't send it directly to them, sometimes it is handy to have an acknowledgement sent back to us. But just change it to yes. Type in, you know, your message. Oh, wrong keyboard. You know, but and here that instruction or unit which should acknowledge. If you're sending it to a wing headquarters, put AR wing HQ or whoever. You can preview the content. Now, you're not going to be able to click on it and change anything. So close it. Now, if you want to preview the message, what did it do?
That's not
Oh,
good.
I clicked on the wrong freaking. Did I have it? Oh, yeah, I did. There we go. Create message. Okay. I haven't got, I'll have to go back in. But anyway, you can preview the message. And if you need to change something, what did I do? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. What the heck? Oh, that's because I'm putting it in the wrong wrong window. You put it in the spreadsheet. I'm bugged. You can put it out here and go back to the scratch pad and find it. So after you print it here, after you save it, it's been a while since I've had to do this, but send it to the Smart folder, send it to Outbox, send it to Smart, and that's where it's supposed to be. But once you get it and send to Smart, and see, it doesn't have an RI, so it's got to address book, and they are to back to new message. Okay, send to Smart. It's saved it, so you can now go to the message list, Smart, and let's see, where did oh, guess what? I locked up, didn't I? Mid-Atlantic region. Okay. Now, if I need to do a correction, I can. I can go in here and put test. Well, I said I can. Why is this not working? It's been working every time I use it. I hate it when something messes up. You can open a file that way and get into it, but why is it not working for me today? Oh, well, this change to Hunt, it will work as long as it says Hunt. If it says RX data, it's locked up. But just to show you what I'm talking about, it cleared it. Okay. Now, what I'd like y'all to do, if you want to, tonight, contact one of the other stations in your wing or in another wing and use the chat window, or you can send a message. Let me go back over here to create a message. There's a couple of things I was going to show you. Here's something that only Texas has been working with. These are, hold on a second. I'm teaching class. I'll talk to you then. That was 612. He just got off work. You can run a mission by filling out whiskey messages. You can, and the whole idea is you go in and send, like, this is a mission request. Now, this gives you instructions. You fill out these instructions: mission name, description, mission type. There's the ones that we basically, and national headquarters, or the NOC, worked with us on developing these, because there's a bunch of missions that you could have, but most of them are not ones that we have. And you can have another. And that's where the description of the mission name all help. But you put the mission scenario, notice it says short description for the mission. Customer agency, customer point of contact email, customer point of contact phone, instant commander on duty, cap ID, notice not a name, cap ID. And then you can send it to your smart folder and request a mission be started. And then you'll get back a mission approval because it'll have the message number that you sent, whether or not it's been approved, and all this information, and it'll give you comments. Same thing with doing air sorties. You got the number, the mission number, the sortie number, sortie type, drop down menu, the sortie date. If you have a tracking number, great. If you don't, fine. The ICAO, departure airport, so forth and so on, depart UTC, destination airport, whatever. ADIS. What do I have ADIS? Let me do communications relay. Departure airport and destination airport will be the same. But you see all the different, you fill out these fields. We don't normally use member-owned aircraft, but we have a way to do that if we have to. What you do is you click from captain-owned to member-owned, and lo and behold, the field comes live. But since most of our 99% of our missions, 99.9% don't use member-owned. Now, cap ID for the this you can put the pilot first, observer second, your AP or your scanner third. It's just a lot easier that way. Mission scenario, exactly what are you doing? Comm relay. You'll only have 2 people in that one, pilot and observer. You might say racetrack over. For example, we fly from Forest City to Wynn, Arkansas. We just do a racetrack at 9,000 feet. Racetrack, Wynn to Forest City, 9,000 feet. Boop, okay, that's all they need. Preview it, make sure everything's right, send it, or save it to send to the smart folder. But all of these, you can run the whole mission. See, air sortie request, ground sortie request, sortie approval, that's ground. Air sortie, or no, actually the sortie approval is for whichever sortie, air or ground. Whole lot easier. Then air sortie report. And this is, successful, unsuccessful, marginal, not flown, not required, but results of the sortie. Because we can't get into WIMMERS to put all this information in on the comm log. Therefore, here it is. And Texas was using this voice for several years. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. David, do you know if they're still using the whiskey messages?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check.
Okay, I'm just curious. Okay, so Then we've got some special ones here. ComSpot, don't ask me what it is, because I don't know.
I can
And
tell you.
you can tell me, what is it?
It's an activation of a particular, like a net. So if you have a VHF net or HF net locally, you can send a activation report, which is right. You can see the COM event. We do a lot of this on the Mars network.
Oh,
So
okay.
during exercises.
Learn something new today. All right. Now, there again, here's our Gen admin. Glass eye. This is normally a report to a certain airplane that's flying up in the sky that's not a CAP airplane, but it's a it's our boss up there. So I'll let y'all figure out who it is.
Unclassified. The mission is unclassified.
Yeah. JDR repo. That's one I haven't messed with yet. So there's things that we will be told, what it is. Now this one, I think everybody would understand it. Weather observation. So location, wind, direction, wind speed. And that's just the stuff that we're all recognize fairly much. And our operations people will be giving this to us so that we can fill it out and send it on down. And this one may just go to one of our staging areas so that they know what we've got. If they don't have internet, they can't see what the weather is, and they've got to fly from the staging area to the ICP. Well, guess what? You send them this information so that they know.
Sorry to interrupt, Chuck. This is Greg. I need to leave. I got training coming up at top of the hour. So
Go ahead.
Again, very good training. Thanks.
Go ahead. Thanks for coming in. All right. Let's see. Was there? Oh, yeah. Now, this is sending a FEMA message, because this is the FEMA message form. Your incident name, to, from, subject, of course, date, message, approved by. That's generally this, maybe the IC, ICL, or it may be the COML. It just depends. And see, that's the name and that's the position. And then here's a reply and approved by and a position. We've got a message for hopefully every occasion. But Gen admin will be most of what we do. And we will be using our routing indicators. As you can tell, it's got fast runners. Of course, they're all the same, but you can stick their ALE address in with it so that they know who it goes to. But this is every wing, every region, CAP, USAF, national headquarters. If we are having to send it to an Air Force station, will get a routing indicator. So that you won't have to guess. Okay. And it may be that once we get everything smoothly running, they'll start including some of these other routing indicators in our address book. So all we have to do is click on it. And you got to and info.
Chuck,
Hi. Yes, sir.
yeah, in the event of a major event, such like what they're having right now up in Oklahoma and Kentucky, would we be expected to set up a station at the ICP?
Yes, and I'm receiving our ICP, our first ICP radio. I got to go pick it up tomorrow. You can go ahead and order one. I let Brandon order it, but each wing gets, I think, 2 ICPs and then 1 mobile ICP. So you can take it somewhere. You got fixed ICP, which this one's going at our wing headquarters. And then we'll order a mobile ICP to be able to take it and set it up, say at a staging area or an airport where we're going to have an ICP that's, you know, not anywhere nearby any of our radios, any of our stations. So, yes. So, does that make sense to everybody? You can go ahead and order another CODAN. Because guess what? When you look in your call directory, it's already got them listed. It's got them already in there. All you do is click on them, and they'll pop up in your call window, and you can call them. So they did think ahead for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, down here in Texas, we're getting ready for hurricane season, so I'll get with Brandon on that.
Yeah.
Except for one little hitch, remember. General A shut down all property
Going out.
issuances for 6 months.
Right. Fortunately, I got my order in and shipped before they came out with the letter. I made it by about 3 days. Any questions?
I'm gonna have to break off, Chuck.
Go ahead. We're pretty much through. If anybody's got any other questions.
I got one for you, Chuck.
All right, Jude.
What was that you just made in reference in regards to no items are allowed to be shipped again from National?
You didn't.
Oh, you haven't gotten the email yet.
Negative.
was-
When did that come out?
Rick, was it
Thursday, or there was Thursday, I think. It
Thursday,
went out-
Friday? Yeah.
It went out through the national command to all region and unit command, all region wing commanders. So
Okay.
if your wing commander didn't distribute it, I can send you a copy because it is open.
What brought that on? More.
Well, we don't know officially, but the way it's written, well, there's people higher up that are embarrassed about all the equipment that's missing.
Oh.
Yeah. And
So
so
understand with this,
not just the NTC, but all around in logistics and comm and everybody that ships equipment, that ships stuff.
it's probably a fallout from the February shutdown.
Okay.
And
Okay.
taking a guess. However, just understand, you realize that when the freeze finally lifts in 6 months, that means 10 of the 12 months trailing, the logistics operation's been shut down.
That's
Now-
crazy.
Now, the
They're
good
still
news
doing
is, though,
maintenance.
the letter is strictly on items, inventory items being issued by, and I'll specifically stay with NTC, but maintenance items are not included. So maintenance, like, hopefully we get our 2 Louisiana APX programmers back, because both of them are sitting over there right now.
I was fixing to say ours are supposed to be coming back as well.
Yeah, it's
Right.
maintenance items are not supposed to be affected by the freeze.
Right. They're not shipping new equipment, but they're repairing equipment that's already out and issued to the field.
Very good. Thank you.
And you can order accessories like antennas. You can still get that. You just can't order a new radio right now. But down the road, I'm just letting you know, you could order an ICP radio.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I should imagine in the event of a major event, they would make an exemption to that.
Believe it or not, there is in the letter an
Yep.
exception, but it has to have direct approval from the not one below general, the CO.
Hold on.
Yeah, I need to pull the letter up. You have to go up and get the one person below General A has got to give their explicit approval for any deviation to the freeze.
Like chief of logistics, and it's like 3 people you've got to get approval by.
Let me see if I can, let me pull that letter up.
Now that makes sense.
Translation. Don't expect it to happen. Todd, here we go. Judy, if you want, I'll just send this to you. Let's see, movement. Pause allows. Yeah, right. Look, oh, here we go. Procurement pause. Any exceptions require the chief executive officer approval, the CEO. So
That's General A.
now the CEO.
Yeah, because John Damaris is COO.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
they changed his designation. Let me see.
Okay, and then movement of property is suspended. Emergent needs will be reviewed on a case-by-case basis and require approval from both the chief of logistics and the chief programs officer.
Yeah.
The
See,
CEO.
CEO. Can y'all see? Am I screen sharing right now? CEO is General A.
No, you're still on the Cap Direct screens.
Oh, okay. So let me share the directory. Sorry. Okay. CEO is General A. And why did they put DC as the deputy commander? Well, okay. It used to be CCA or CR.
That's the new naming protocol.
Yeah. But see, John Damaris is COO.
Okay, so General A is the CEO. Also, okay, so it's a dual designation.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought.
CC and CEO. CEO is the corporate term.
Yeah, I knew she had the CC. I didn't realize she had both terms.
Yeah. So
Anyway, translation. You got a real slim chance of nothing to get anything out of NTC for the next 6 months.
except repairs
Except repairs.
and non-inventoried equipment.
So check, that means my vertical antenna for the CODAN's not coming?
No, that's coming from me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sending you a vertical antenna because it's one we've been using. Rick's got one up. I've got one up.